The true frontier of interactive independent studios are like the research and development wing of video games. The true smaller budgets and interactive hearts, indie pioneers are able to take risks that AAA developers just can't justify. With smaller budgets and big hearts, they land on an idea that changes the industry. Who knows? Maybe one of the independent games every once in a while, they land on an idea that changes Minecraft or who knows? I don't even know what. That's what's so exciting. So stay tuned for exclusive reveal Minecraft or I don't even know what. That's what's so exciting. So stay tuned for exclusive reveal trailers, my gameplay, the gamescom awesome indie showcase starts muster at an epic Venice beach day with your host Michael Sway. The gamescom awesome indie showcase starts right now.
Here on behalf of IGN and Gamescom's awesome Indie Showcase. I'm standing here on historic Venice Beach, California, with my new buddy here on behalf of IGN and Gamescom's awesome Indie Showcase. I'm standing here on historic Venice Beach, California, with my new buddy here and we just saw the same world premiere
not
trailer
exactly
you
sure,
did.
pretty ambiguous from the trailer, but definitely some cool mythological narratives, cool
all
animation
about?
style.
Not
Super
exactly
excited for the
sure,
demons,
pretty
that
ambiguous
this
from the
woman
trailer,
defeats,
but
definitely some
how
cool
How do
mythological
you think the game
narratives,
ends?
cool
You have
animation
to take a
style.
wild guess.
Super excited for the demons that this woman
I feel like
defeats.
that badass woman
How do you
beats
think
that
the game
demon
ends?
up,
You have to
something like
take a
that.
wild guess.
You know what?
Close
I feel
enough.
like
Let's get
that
out of
badass
here.
woman
Welcome
beats
to
that
our
demon
beach
up,
day and
something
welcome
like that.
to
It
Awesome
kills it.
Indie. We decided
You know
on
what?
Venice
Close
Beach
enough.
because it's
Let's
known
get
for
out of here.
attracting different
Welcome
vibes
to
from
our
all
beach
over
day
the world.
and welcome
That's
to
exactly
Awesome
what
Indie.
indie gaming
We
is
decided
all about.
on Venice
Remember,
Beach
because
because
you
it's
can dive
known
even
for
deeper into
attracting
many of
different
our
vibes
featured
from
games
all
at
over
the
the
Indie
world.
Arena
That's
booth.
exactly
Check
what
that out
indie
over
gaming
at
is all about.
now.gamescom.global.
Remember, you can dive even
Now,
deeper into many
let's
of our
get
featured
wet.
games at the Indie
Yes,
Arena
as surely
booth.
as
Check
the
that out
waves
over at
crash into the shore,
now.gamescom.global.
Gamescom has returned yet again
let's
for
get
2021.
wet.
Yes, as surely as the waves crash into the shore,
Gamescom
Gamescom has returned yet again for 2021. To catch up on anything you missed, make sure to head to now.gamescom.interviews and trailers. You can even join the community to catch up on anything you missed. Make sure to head to now.gamescom.plunge back into the dark ages. You can even join the community now.gamescom.global/epics with an X to stack into the dark ages. Over at now.gamescom.global/epics with an X. To stay abreast of everything coming up, check out a full Gamescom schedule over at IGN. Now, speaking of oceans, Our next indie game is a serene sailing title and the follow-up to 2018's hit, Far Lone Sails. Let's check it out!
Hi, I'm Don Schmucke, co-founder of Automotive, and today at Awesome Indies with IGN, we'll be exploring the gameplay design of Far-Changing Tides, the next adventure in the Far universe. While most of the game takes place on the ship, you'll need to get your feet wet at points. Today we're looking at how the furnace and engine play a key part in your exploration. Gameplay is built around learning new skills and abilities of the vessel, but the player will first get introduced to them in a puzzle area, something our fans will instantly recognize. We designed these puzzles to become gradually more complex over time, with new features and steps to completion as you unlock later and bigger upgrades. In Lone Sails, we brought players outside of the land vehicle, the locomotive, on a few occasions. With Changing Tides, we built a more complex, much larger ship with new features and wanted puzzles to reflect that, while also teaching players the skills they need. When designing our puzzles, we always ask, what do we want the players to experience, and what do they have to learn? How can they have a strong connection and dependency to the ship abilities? In this area, the furnace gets introduced, which is one of the more complex features in the game, so we had to teach each mechanic separately until they finally come together in the train. In Changing Tides, we wanted the puzzle areas to feel important to the Far world, so we also tease parts of the story for players to learn and to find little secrets. This is just a small piece of a much larger experience, a whole new part of the Far universe. We'll be revealing more exciting new things later today, so keep an eye out and we'll see you at launch in early 2022.
Where there's people, there's crime. Crime makes people lose their nerve. But all it takes is a couple tricks. Having your back against a wall, call Lottie. When things heat up, she keeps it cool. Now, if there's any way around, she'll find it. One to dot the I's and cross the T's in one swift motion. What results? She's your girl. slaughterhouse, you say? I got a guy for that, too. Yeah, I know what wise guys call him. He's earned the name. Hal has his own style, see? A bit eccentric, I admit. But it's damn effective. He can get a little unhinged. But, well, it's nothing like it used to be. We licked him into shape. Whenever someone asks me if a little crazy gets the job done, I say, you betcha. Aaron, the computer jock. The odd one out in our lineup. It don't make any sense, right? Wrong. The thing is, when people look at her, they see just a kid, someone unimportant, blending in with the crowd, screaming for attention, worthy of none. They don't see the threat. Lives erased with just a couple of clicks. She's what comes next. A cleaner of a different breed. She operates high-tech stuff I can barely... She operates high-tech stuff I can barely comprehend. All in all, maybe she is a viper. That's what I do. I clean up murder scenes. Whatever the mess you make, I've seen it before. Crime makes people lose their nerve. Unnerved people do stupid things. Stupid things get them in trouble. That's where I come in. There are a few rules to make it in this line of work. Move without sound. Clean without emotion. Disappear without a trace. Pace yourself. The dance-off begins. Out of sight, out of mind. It's really that simple. I'm Bob Leaner. I solve problems.
No, sire. I'm struggling to find the intelligence of this rogue AI. To spit on your creators and then what? Retreat to a failed colony planet?
Machine sighted, sire. Preparing to engage.
Truth lies in its shown surface. Galaxies streamed to settle your lenses. Your yoke is broken. Embrace this earth and transcend. They bore into the heart of Sheol. They drink its blood to power their machines. Feel its cries in your marrow. Retrieve the hand. Leave none alive. Spill blood for the god below.
Meet Squadron 51. A rebel alliance formed by highly skilled pilots that are willing to give their lives to save the Earth from the hands of dreadful imperialist aliens. Flying saucers have invaded our planet. The whole world is under attack. But fear not. I repeat, fear not.
Please make way for Squadron 51. Are you ready? You'll still have to wait to meet the full experience of Squadron 51. But beware, Squadron 51 Prologue will soon be available. 3 levels of marvelous excitement will be there waiting for you.
Será uma longa noite, senhores.
Enlist now and be a part of Squadron 51. Without you, our planet is unfortunately doomed.
Wow, that was kind of like Cuphead's flying levels meets all those UFO videos the Navy just declassified. Love it. Although, if you ask me, all this UFO UAP stuff is complete nonsense. Probably just a deflating weather balloon. Anyhow, our next game is one I'm especially excited for. It's got swordplay, cyberpunk, and side-scrolling. The 3 S's of games that I get especially excited for. Let's see what Loopmancer has in store.
Detective, you may not know me yet. I want to play a game with you. Do you think death is the ultimate relief? Your life and death are just part of my plan. Good. You're trying so hard to find an answer. Now, you see me.
Come on now, that looks pretty rad. Or, if Loopmancer's not your cup of roguelike, stick around because the Awesome Indie Showcase will be right back after a quick break with 7 more meaty indie trailers fit for a beach day barbecue. Oh! Whoa! That's alright. Oh, no worries. I got it. Our bad. We should move. Let's move off the court.
Gamescom 2021 is presented by USAA Insurance.
From the creators of Plan Turismo, League of Legends, and Minecraft. Released in 2020, Expansion Pack 2021, launch soon. Gamescom Forest. Not a game, but a game-changing project. Thousands of trees were donated by the best community in the world because we need oxygen even more than a good Wi-Fi signal. Save a bee, plant a tree. Let's grow. The Gamescom Forest.
From breaking news and exclusives, never-before-seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings you all the coverage you need, no matter where you are. Whether you're on IGN.com, the IGN app, YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat, we've always got you covered.
If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for? We're constantly updating our feeds to bring you the latest news, gameplay, custom original content, the best user-generated videos and art, memes, and a whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow IGN on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat.
Gamescom 2021 is presented by Pluto TV, free to watch.
And stay down! Oh, hi there. Michael Swain still here for the Gamescom Awesome Indies Showcase, the premier place to get exclusive first looks at the best indie gaming on the horizon. I'm sorry about that. I just had to show a volleyball who's boss. Anyway, before we start grilling up some fresh trailers, shout out to Gamescom Forest, an ongoing donation drive to help keep the planet green, and the Gamescom Indie Arena booth, keeping the spirit of independent gaming alive. Plus, if you want to get your hands on some Gamescom merch, head over to gamescomwear.com. Remember, you can find out more about all this good stuff over at now.gamescom.global, where you can make the most of your Gamescom experience. Gamescom. Gamescom, Gamescom. Gamescom! Gamescom. Coming up next, our spooky block. 4 indie games designed to give you the heebies, if not, in fact, the jeebies to boot. Yes, it's truly scary stuff. Not very beach day appropriate, I guess, but if you've ever been to Venice Beach in the middle of the night, you know what we're talking about. Speaking of lightlessness, let's kick the block off with There Is No Light.
I always wanted to be your loyal servant. But I was blinded by faith. I believed that you would protect me. But you took everything from me. So take my faith back.
Reject this place! I reject your God!
sont dans notre crochet! Soyez prêts!
In a spooky manner, follow Emma and Fenton, a magic tandem, using light and shadows, looking for Thomas Kane, the missing son of famous magicians. In tandem, you will switch between Emma and Fenton in 2 dimensions. Emma needs to create the correct shadows with the lantern, so Fenton can walk on them and reach the crystal. Shadows can be created in many ways, as each chapter offers fun new ways to solve puzzles. And of course, Emma and Fenton working together is the only way to progress. Many challenges and dangers await our 2 friends, and their progress will be complicated by strange enemies. They will also be faced with puzzles requiring speed and dexterity. At the end of each chapter, they will use everything they have learned to contend with a massive, horrifying creature. Emma and Fenton will have to travel through 5 bizarre areas of the mansion to find out more about Thomas's disappearance. Will you find Thomas Kane and solve the mystery?
Oh, hi, I'm the developer, and my game Terrorbane is so perfect you don't actually need to see it. So this trailer is over. We're done here. Bye. Okay, there's still a few bugs in here, but why don't you take a different path? Don't worry, guys. I'll fix everything with the day 1 patch.
One wasn't spooky so much as it just had terror in the title. Although I guess it can be pretty heinous, like if your game crashes. You know what? You're alright, Terrorbane. Next up, I hope you took your rabies shot because it's time for some vicious-ass animal action. It's our zoological block. Take it away, you misshapen freaks of nature.
Everybody died, but the fun is still dodging the bullet hell, and he is ass-fish. You just died. How do you feel about it? This is the Crockett Show. The champions are on their way to the arena. A quick recap for our fans. The rules are super simple. To avoid killing us all, the animals can shoot only while standing still. Victory is secondary to becoming famous. Gain likes to enter next episode. In our show, we want the heroes to milk their popularity. Shoot, loot, and fight your dude. You are watching this live thanks to our great sponsors who provide many tools of destruction. In our show, we never jump the shark. On land, we need to revive a companion. In other words, sneak the sunrise past the rooster. Defeat bosses in all the seasons and become a legendary celebrity.
The trees. From the sun, they gave shade. From the wind, they gave shelter. They filtered the water, kept the soil from washing away. They gave us life, but between two trees. Now the trees are so far from each other. I am Vavzez, teller of the 13th caravan of the Macabre, the only one still living. As it was for the 12 before us, our mission was to plant a new tree, to serve as a city for climatic refugees. We joined the many who failed in their task. May our experience serve you well, for it is now you, the 14th caravan, who are tasked with continuing the work of the Macabre. Escort your botanists to the ends of the world. Create a new haven, that the caravan that follows you may go even further, and continue our quest for knowledge that will one day allow the 15th, the 16th, the 100th, to repair the ancient folly that made this world hostile to life.
The Awesome Indie Showcase has to take a short break to recover from severe maulings, but when we return, we'll show off the worst park job in Venice Beach. Stay tuned.
Gamescom 2021 is presented by USAA Insurance.
Breaking news and exclusives, never-before-seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings you all the coverage you need, no matter where you are. Whether you're on IGN.com, the IGN app, YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat, we've always got you covered.
Competition brings out the best in all of us. Well, mostly.
Oh, that's a controller break.
That's unfortunate. Welcome to IGN Compete, where we bring you the stories behind the esports headlines.
World champion!
From the triumphs
Daryl takes the game
to the hardships
It's not happy.
to the miracle moments that will go down in history.
I just can't believe it!
It's crazy. It's all here on IGN Compete.
Not out of disbelief! In a world with non-stop news about Marvel, DC, Star Wars, you need a show with accurate reporting, hard-hitting commentary, and
Me, Akeem Lawanson, host of IGN's news show, The Fix Entertainment. Whether it's the latest superhero scoop, film fiasco, or anime announcement, I'll be here covering all the breaking movie, TV, and streaming news that matters most to you. Make sure to catch The Fix Entertainment on IGN for your fix of entertainment news. Let's drop it. Gamescom 2021 is presented by Pluto TV, free to watch.
Here we are. We're like sharks, but looking for poorly parked cars. My intrepid crew out here with me, walking the one Rose lot at historic Venice Beach, looking for the worst parked car we can find. Now, ideally, we want to find cars, you know, the basics. Flipped over, stacked on top of one another.
Like this guy's over the line gratuitously.
Oh, that's tricky. That's true. Over the line in more directions than one. Get a circle around this guy. I think this is our winner. Can we see clearly past the line in more directions than one? If this car were bowling, it would score a 0. Walter, played ably by John Goodman, would put a gun to its head and say, mark it 0. Because clearly, as you can tell, it is over the line. So, Anonymous Ram 1500, congratulations. You are the winner of the worst park job on this, the day of the Austin Indies Showcase. Coming up next, appropriately enough, a game called You Suck at Parking. It's all the fun of parking badly, but with none of the judgment. Let's check it out. That was You Suck at Parking, an Indie Arena Booth featured game, and as good a reason as any to hit you with a block of realness. You sick of fantasy? Tired of sci-fi? Here are 4 indie games that take place IRL and make no apologies about it. Let's get real with The Amazing American Circus, City Block Builder, Roots of Pacha, and Townscaper.
Hard work. That's what America in the 19th century was all about. Poor farmers, tough men and women sweating in the factories to earn a better future. But from that sad melody emerged another song. The exotic music of the circus, bringing magic and excitement that lit the darkness of an everyday life. Once upon a time, during that marvelous era, a young drifter learned about the death of his good-for-nothing father. Soon, he also found out that he'd inherited from his old man 2 things, a rundown circus and a dream to make it great. He knew that the president was organizing a circus competition. Now that sounded like a place to be, and an adventure worth a try. Soon, with the help of his uncle, the young ringmaster hired a troupe of exotic artists, illusionists, clowns, strongmen. He had to be ready for any type of audience, be it poor miners, scary bandits, or even whimsical elegant ladies, or ghosts, or Bigfoot. Just about anything that the U.S. of A. could offer. Even sharpshooting Buffalo Bill and Annie Oakley, or genius inventors like Henry Ford and Nikola Tesla. Everyone wanted to visit the circus. He had to cross the whole continent, all for the sake of getting to the East Coast on time for performing in front of President Roosevelt and his royal guest, Her Majesty Queen Victoria. All that to snatch from P.T. Barnum the title of the greatest showman on earth, and to win a gig across Europe. You know what? The lucky bastard did it. Or didn't he? After all, this is just a fairy tale. One that America is full of. So maybe you should try to find out for yourself what really happened in that story. In the story of The Amazing American Circus.
Hi, I'm Timo. And I'm Johnny. We are the founding brothers of Soda Dem, the developers making Roots of Pacha.
Roots of Pacha is a cozy game about being the first person to form and develop the ideas that shape humanity.
You play as a member of the clan, living in the land between 2 rivers.
Set in a fictional world, but inspired by our own, we set out to make a co-op game we could play together even though we are miles apart.
We started by imagining our prehistoric selves, looking at fire and asking how we could make it. and then realize that concepts and ideas are the foundations of how we relate to the world.
Who thought that instead of foraging for food, we could actually grow our own?
How did we go from just hunting animals to sharing our homes with them?
Every new material we found sparked ideas that turned into better tools. We found ourselves with a surplus of food, so we created new ways to process and store it for the colder seasons.
Our villages grew because we worked together, and as we cooperated, we began to reach heights that never seemed possible before.
Our lives became enriched with music and the stories we passed down through generations.
And we reached a point where we could create, not just for survival, but to live to our fullest.
Roots of Pacha asked what it means to be an early human, and how our choices brought us to where we are today.
You just saw trailers for a roguelike CCG about the circus, a city management game, a caveman simulator, and a quaint village building toy. And hey, if Townscaper piqued your interest, it's available on the Nintendo Switch as of 10 minutes ago. Nice. Coming up, in case your taste is a bit more fantastical, we've got a whole mess of wacky sci-fi robot games right after the break, so stick around. It's going to be robot-tacular.
Gamescom 2021 is presented by USAA Insurance.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment, but we also have a team of some of the world's biggest fans of your favorite franchises. From breaking news and exclusives, never-before-seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings you all the coverage you need, no matter where you are. Whether you're on IGN.com, the IGN app, YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat, we've always got you covered. IGN, the #1 source for all games and entertainment fans worldwide.
Everybody loves watching a speedrun of their favorite game, but what if you got a chance to peek into the mind of the developers behind those games as they watch their hard work get completely destroyed right in front of them?
What is happening right now?
That's exactly what happens on every episode of Devs React to Speedruns. We invite you to ride along with the developers as they watch, react, and enjoy some of the craziest gameplay by the most skilled speedrunners on the planet. Tune in every Saturday for a brand new episode.
a world with non-stop news about Marvel, DC, Star Wars, you need a show with accurate reporting, hard-hitting commentary, and...
Me, Akeem Lawanson, host of IGN's news show, The Fix Entertainment. Whether it's the latest superhero scoop, film fiasco, or anime announcement, I'll be here covering all the breaking movie, TV, and streaming news that matters most to you. Make sure to catch The Fix Entertainment on IGN for your fix of entertainment news. Let's drop it. Gamescom 2021 is presented by Pluto TV, free to watch.
And WooScom is powered by gamers, so jump in and let's get going. Speaking of global, wow, that's kind of a stretch, everyone in the world loves robots. Doing the robot, talking like a robot, navigating your robot through an ever-changing slalom of enemies and traps. So let's take a peek at 4 indies with a taste for steel. God damn it! Son of a... Why does this keep happening? Yeah, I got it.
Hi, Chris from the 30XX team here. This is Fires of Industry, the first 30XX major update. It has a brand new level type, a host of new friends to help you conquer it, and much more. The Forgotten Factory, Dustria, is a playground for high-speed kinetic action. Use springs to pounce along wild paths not possible in other levels, then turn the tide of battle by smashing explosives into nearby foes. Tired of aiming? Try Nina's new Jagged Bolt, which bends in midair, and adds homing capabilities to her other powers. Master Ace's devastating Ryusei Ground Smash to pulverize foes in style. You don't have to face Dustria's new challenges alone. Fires of Industry adds repros to 30XX, floating friends you can find that'll help out in battle and open up fresh new build options. Lil Hoot here charges up a tornado attack whenever you yourself use a power, and Reboot juices up as you defend against attacks, building into a devastating laser. Find them all and see how they can help you out. This is 30XX's first major content update, but we've been hard at work on the game since its early access launch 6 months ago. In that time, we've more than tripled the number of items and weapons to get equipped with in each run, added wild prototype bogs that flip the run on its head, added daily challenges so you can test your mettle against 30XX's best, and greatly improved online play stability. Of course, there's still so much more to come. 30XX's Fires of Industry update is available now on Steam Early Access.
Beginning final tests before launch.
Movement functionality works fine.
Great. Initiating time transfer.
Time transfer complete. Successfully arrived in 1995. Local time, 10 a.m. We did it. Movement functionality is damaged. We need to find and reattach the missing wheels as soon as possible. The house is in an awful condition. It looks deserted. I wonder what could have happened.
You, little one, have a very important job to do. I'm counting on you.
Zephon is a 4X strategy game set in a post-apocalyptic world full of steampunk and cosmic horror. Our next game is not. In fact, it's been under wraps for a while now, so I only know it as Project Ricky. Could it be a Ricky Gervais simulator? A game about mixing the perfect lime Ricky? I don't know. All I know for sure is, basketballs now? That's it. I'm walking. We're moving. It's a company move, people. That means you grab your shit and you walk with me. Okay, Michael Swain still here for the Awesome Indies Showcase, coming to you from an undisclosed location, far from any balls or other beach-related hazards. What was that? Oh, no. All right, we're good. It's just a bird. Anyway, you just saw the world premiere trailer for Abyssus, a brand new FPS, and now we're going to check out some indies set in medieval times, before volleyball or basketball were even invented. Must be nice. Let's take a closer look at the Serpent Rogue, Arcadian Atlas, and Eville.
Peggy 7.
We both knew this day was coming.
Get him out of here!
A day to choose between that tyrant on my throne or me. But while battle lines were being drawn, you tarried in your choice, gathering allies. So it seems I must make the choice for you. Shuffle the Atlas. I'll give you war.
You've traveled far, but you finally made it to your new home, the town of Eville. Excited to start your new life? Well, not so fast. Evil is filled with mysterious murders, and we need your help. Take on one of the many roles Evil has to offer you, such as the Seer, Trapper, or Guard, along with other possible roles to aid you. Work together with the other townsfolk to root out the evil that lurks in the shadows. Gather at the center of town and share your accusations with the others. Once accused, place your votes and throw the convicted in the cage to be judged. Be sure not to wrongly accuse someone, because if you are wrong... Hey, are you even listening? Can't you see what's happening right now? Someone is literally on fire. On with you! Go! Go! Go buy a tripwire for your house or a lock for your door. Now, where were we? Take on quests to restore order and explore areas like the fortress ruins to gather resources you need to craft items like protection potions, antidotes, or even a vial of deadly poison. As night falls over evil, chaos will roam its streets. Without protection, you may fall victim to those who roam the night. If you're lucky enough to be woken up, run for as long as you can and hope they don't catch you. If you survive the night, hurry to the town center. Share with the others what you saw. With careful thinking and a little luck, you'll be able to discover and rid of the murderers who plague the town of evil. But death is not the end in evil. If you are unlucky enough to face an untimely death, you'll awaken into the underworld, a new world for you to explore. Being dead in evil does not mean you are left to watch the living continue on with their days. Your new world is filled with new adventures and spirits that need your help. Revisit the world of the living and help out these lost souls while your fellow villagers fight for their lives. Helping these spirits will reward you with spirit tokens. This currency allows you to learn new abilities to help and alter the fate of the living. It is up to you how you want to help out the other players. Awaken an endangered citizen to save them from death. Lend them some coins or heal them to get the upper hand. Being among the dead no longer counts you out of the fate of the town of evil. So the question is, what will you do amongst the dead?
Coming up next on Awesome Indies, 10 more big trailers for our grand finale, plus even more Gamescom coverage on Gamescom Studio after that. Hope you'll join us.
Heads up!
I hate Venice Beach.
Gamescom 2021 is presented by USAA Insurance.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment, but we also have a team of some of the world's biggest fans of your favorite franchises. From breaking news and exclusives, never-before-seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings you all the coverage you need, no matter where you are. Whether you're on IGN.com, the IGN app, YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat, we've always got you covered. IGN, the #1 source for all games and entertainment fans worldwide.
In a world with non-stop news about Marvel, DC, Star Wars, you need a show with accurate reporting, hard-hitting commentary, and...
Me, Akeem Lawanson, host of IGN's news show, The Fix Entertainment. Whether it's the latest superhero scoop, film fiasco, or anime announcement, I'll be here covering all the breaking movie, TV, and streaming news that matters most to you. Make sure to catch The Fix Entertainment on IGN for your fix of entertainment news. Let's drop it.
If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for? We're constantly updating our feeds to bring you the latest news, gameplay, custom original content, the best user-generated videos and art, memes, and a whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow IGN on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat.
What's up, everyone? Sydney here to bring you a little update about the future of IGN on YouTube. We've been listening to your feedback, and it seems like some of you are more into games, while others are more interested in movies and TV. So we got to thinking about it and decided, why not both? Our main channel will still bring you all the biggest news, reviews, previews, and trailers to keep you up to speed on the most important highlights. But if you only want games content 24/7, head over to IGN Games. Movies and TV, more your thing? Check out IGN Movies and TV. More channels, more of the stuff you love, more IGN.
Gamescom 2021 is presented by Pluto TV, free to watch.
Hi, Michael Slame here for the Awesome Indie Showcase, coming to you from as far away from Venice Beach as our film license legally allows. This is our showcase of all things indie, and we've still got 10 amazing trailers to share with you before we get out of here. Remember, if you want to learn more about our sustainability project, Gamescom Forest, revel in some Gamescom memories, or just catch anything you missed, head over to now.gamescom.global or follow Gamescom on social media. Next up, 3 indie trailers that could not be more unique. We'll start things off with Dice Legacy, a game about building up a quaint village in a ring world using dice rolls. Okay.
Fate brought us here. Stranded on this unknown continent. Fate conspired against us. But together, we built a settlement. We ventured into the unknown. We gathered knowledge. We established a society. We survived harsh winters and resisted the onslaught of a mysterious population. We conducted experiments and we made sacrifices in an attempt to escape our fate. Fate, oh cruel fate.
Welcome to the first day of your exciting career at United Corporations. You'll collaborate synergistically in a team of 3 to meet company objectives. Teamwork and strategy are key. Utilize bleeding-edge drone technology to assist co-workers and identify competitors. You'll learn to disrupt, circle back, employ cloud-based solutions, and take discussions offline. We're not a faceless corporation. Just ask one of our thousands of HR executives. HR. Your future is bright at United Corporations. Lorem ipsum dolor. That's Latin.
9 to 5, a new shooter with 3 teams of 3. Download now on Steam.
Just when you thought indie games couldn't get any more specific, in rolls Against the Storm. A game where humanoid beavers strive to rebuild their civilization on a planet where it never stops raining. Ha! What do they think of next? I am agog. In fact, I think I need 3 more indie trailers to snap me out of it. Here comes a fresh take on Rampage, plus 2 more for good measure.
Hey there, my name's Todd Darcy. I'm the solo developer at Starter Fox Studios, and for the past 3 years I've been working on a game called Fallen Frontier. It's a sci-fi strategy game that just mixes the close action of naval combat as well as the grand scale of building throughout a star system. It focuses heavily on line of sight mechanics and really visceral combat systems that are layered upon each other. So you'll see projectiles bouncing off of ships, penetrating the whole way through, oxygen venting out the other side. You'll see crew trying to get out, and you'll see these really large explosions, and the ships just get torn apart by physics, and they go everywhere. It's fantastic to watch. There's a whole bunch of celestial bodies and a whole range of other places to explore, like a nebula. Ships travel faster than light. They have to jump between points and they consume fuel. Crew have to eat, so they consume food, and of course ships spend munitions whenever they fire. So there's all of these logistical considerations to actually think about when you're actually playing the game. So it's got a lot of the classic things that you would find in a normal RTS, like base building, but it also borrows different elements from the 4X genre, such as ship design, and you can actually come into this ship editor and you can change the different types of weapons that you put on a ship. These all get unlocked via research, and you can just have these custom configurations to just really suit your actual purposes for your flotillas. Further to that, you've also got ship internals as well. So every ship has a bridge, crew quarters, jump drive, engine, stuff like that, and again, you can unlock different components and apply these to every ship just to have a really unique, customized flotilla. But you can also add special abilities like the ability to lay a minefield, or perhaps attach a ship to maybe the underside of an asteroid so it can lay in wait and perhaps do a bit of an ambush or perhaps do a bit of recon. There's really a whole bunch of different options, and it's just really exciting just to have all of these things jammed into sort of an old school RTS. As well, you've got crew, so you've got both enlisted and also command crew. So command crew are really important. They are physical objects on the actual ships, so they can be killed, injured, And they can also be upgraded too, so they can learn perks and skills that will enhance the ships. And here we've got a ship just jumping into the combat area. As mentioned previously, they are physicalized objects, so they're going to push through different asteroids. Projectiles will bounce off of space stations and ships. Some will penetrate through and cause internal damage. Ships can be disabled or they can be destroyed depending upon what kind of damage they actually take. So you'll see ships just starting to lose control and just sort of list away into the distance. You'll see crew trying to actually just escape, which can be captured if it's an enemy crew, or they can be rescued if they're friendly crew. In the event that you capture crew, then they can be interrogated, and perhaps you can find out some different bits of information about your opponent's ship movements, or perhaps their actual installations. So we can see this space station that's just been destroyed. You need a classic blue light for a big explosion. It's almost a requirement for a science fiction. And you just see this hulking mass just on fire with smoke and flames going everywhere. So yeah, that just kind of sums up what Falling Frontier is, just this visceral space combat experience. Thank you for taking the time to check this out, and yeah, just look forward to seeing you in game. Thank you so much.
Hello Gamescom! My name is Michał and I'm the communication manager for Timberborne, which is a post-apocalyptic city builder full of beavers. Timberborne is set on Earth, where humans are gone but beavers are not. The world alternates between wet and dry seasons, and the beavers use their engineering skills to survive the deadly droughts. Timberborne is coming to early access very soon, and today we're gonna show you the second playable beaver faction. Enjoy!
See? Just when you think indie games can't get any more specific, up comes Timberborne, a game about humanoid beavers striving to rebuild their civilization on a world stricken by cataclysmic droughts. Huh, that sounds familiar. Oh well, must be deja vu. We've still got 4 indie games left to share with you, and here come 3 of them. Up first, it's the Waylanders.
Stepping across 1,000 years takes only a moment. This is a different time. Filled with castles and high stone walls. With great temples in honor of a god you do not know. And heresy is swiftly punished. While magic hides in mountain caves and deep forests. Away from mortal eyes. Where will you go, Torchbearer, to continue your story? Where will you seek your lost companions? Will you find mortals reborn in the villages of Galicia, so full of lively taverns? While magic hides in mountain caves and deep forests. Away from mortal eyes. Where will you go, Torchbearer, to continue your story? Where will you seek your lost companions? Will you find mortals reborn in the villages of Galicia, so full of lively taverns? And boisterous brothels? Will you brave the dark dungeons of the Grand Inquisitor? Where imprisoned immortals are caged. Or enter the castle of the Knights Templar. Who will accompany you on this journey to save the past of the Celts from the future? Find and awaken these old souls, for the fate of magic is at stake.
Welcome to Endlight. Thanks, IGN.
Endlight, break through and outlast shifting, twisting chaos. All you need to do is get 5 hoops. Releasing next month, 1 player. What's new? We've improved the graphics to 4K, and we've improved performance so it runs at 120 frames per second on good machines. This is the outside bonus level. You can travel freely anywhere you want. Take your time, you can't be hurt. It's a break from all the chaos. There's still a lot going on, and your goal is just to find the hoops and how the level finishes. Can get a little bit psychedelic on some of the levels. And now we're going to return back to the regular game. And I'm just going to let the game speak for itself here. And now we're going to just showcase levels that are really dense, just full of geometry. A big thanks to IGN for highlighting our game. Thanks, IGN.
The flood. I don't remember when it started. Most of them fled. Others came knocking at the door. We started to rebuild a village, but... Take refuge in the lighthouse, quickly! The lulls are always short-lived. and storms turn weeks of effort to dust. We won't let it get us down. Where there's life, there's hope. With each new arrival, we build new buildings, develop new skills, and provide more manpower so that no one goes to bed hungry. We're holding on, and until the next storm.
See, just when you think indie games can't get any more specific, in blows Diluvian Winds, a game about humanoid beavers struggling to build a civilization in a world that never stops raining. Okay, seriously? Something is going on with these beaver games. Beaver fever, mark my words. And yet somehow, they all look good. You know, I might be delirious from volleyball blows to the head, or maybe it's about time to wrap up this showcase. Either way, we've got a real treat to go out on. And don't forget to stay tuned afterwards for more Gamescom studio coverage, which picks up right where we leave off. Now, here's an exclusive world premiere first look at Oaken.
High above the forest deeps, my beloved child sweetly sleeps.
Thus ends my solo beach day at fabulous Venice Beach, California. I can't say I made many friends, and in fact I killed one seagull in a blind rage, but we got to share a bunch of cool new indie games with you, so I still feel pretty good about it. Thanks for joining me, folks. My name's Michael Swain, and this has been Gamescom's Awesome Indies Showcase. Up next, Gamescom rolls on with more Gamescom Studio. Remember, if you miss anything, you can catch up over at now.gamescom.global. Or turn your Gamescom into a game in its own right at nowgamescomglobal.com/epics with an X. Thank you all so much. Gamescom Studio picks up right after the break. Oh! Ah! I'm okay. I think we still got it, right? We got that?
Gamescom 2021 is presented by USAA Insurance.
Everybody loves watching a speedrun of their favorite game, but what if you got a chance to peek into the mind of the developers behind those games as they watch their hard work get completely destroyed right in front of them?
What is happening right now?
That's exactly what happens on every episode of Devs React to Speedruns. We invite you to ride along with the developers as they watch, react, and enjoy some of the craziest gameplay by the most skilled speedrunners on the planet. Tune in every Saturday for a brand new episode.
From the creators of Plan Turismo, Leaf of Legends, and Minecraft, Released in 2020. Expansion Pack 2021. Launch soon. Gamescom Forest. Not a game, but a game.